Good morning, everyone. Welcome into Flying with Mike. Hey, we are back in Athens, Greece, and if you didn't catch it or you don't see it in the title, well, you should see it there. But anyway, we are back on the hunt for the amazing race. That's right, we're going from Greece, Athens to be specific, over to Milan. Now, not 100% sure which airport they went to in this TV show. So I took the other one, probably, being that I don't see any flights out of Athens direct to um, whatever the other one's called, Milan, LIMC versus Linate, LIML. Yeah, gotta love dual city airports. We love flying, not into the busy one. No, no, no. We like to go to the more quieter one, which you know what, a lot of times ends up being more busy. So you love it. But anyway, we continue the hunt. Now, what is the amazing race, you might ask? It is a TV show, as I mentioned, here in the U.S. In the U.S. on CBS right now for a couple more weeks. I'm not sure how much we have left. It's basically teams of two racing around the world normally for $1 million. This season, number 38, mind you, teams of two reality stars. Mostly, it looks like from Big Brother, Big Brother. I was about ready to say in the uh, form of what Big Brother really is, being a charity, being a mentorship for children. Um, Anyway, reality stars from that show. I think we've even had a Survivor or two on it, or maybe I'm getting shows mixed in. But anyway, but this time they're racing only in Europe. Started in Amsterdam, the show, couple of episodes. Next up in Prague, then a couple of episodes in Hungary, Budapest to be specific. And then it was on to the Czech Republic for a couple. And then we kind of picked up the pace as we got to Romania. Then we dropped down to Athens. And today we pick them up going to Greece. Now, along the way, each of those weeks, as if you're familiar with reality TV, yep, a team goes home. And I'll be honest, I don't remember which team it was this week. Um, Goodness gracious. Um, yeah, I really don't remember. So, wow. But now we're down going to Milan, and each one of these are great races. But let me preface all of what I've just said with we are not part of the amazing race. What we do here at Flying with Mike is we watch the show, and I highly recommend that to everyone out there in the sound of my voice. But what we do is the travel portion. When they travel from this country to that country, we get the opportunity. Hey, that's flights we could actually do and do it on stream. So that's how we use the amazing race. And eventually, I would love to do show recaps, hear your comments, because boy, I know the one going, leaving Greece for Milan, which what we're doing. Wow. Whoa, was there some backlash out there on that episode? Lots of people not happy with several parts of the what happened there in Greece, and because they lost one of the teams they really, really liked. And it's to say, you're a strong team. You may be physically strong, mentally strong, but you got to have both to get through the race, because the mind portion that is littered throughout the whole race hit one team, and it was a very strong team winning almost every week, and it just threw them for that curveball and sent them home. Now we're headed up to here, and I cannot, for the life, I cannot remember. I have to look it up, to be honest with you. Who went home? So anyway, that's the things I kind of like. Uh, oh well, I'll get it to you here by the end. But yeah, I just um cannot. Okay, recap real quick. Okay. Okay, if you are watching it, mute your mic or mute your speakers. I believe, and I thought they came in pretty good. Yeah, yeah, the folks, I don't know their name. What was their name? Jack and Chelsea left the race. And again, it was a partial strength, more mental to build a Da Vinci bridge. And it's like I said, they're challenging. I live vicariously through them, and I do apologize for that break not being ready. I went totally blank. Who went home? Um, and but yeah, we'll have more in flight. But that's what we do here. We've got at least 2 more flights with this. Now, how many more weeks that will be, I don't know, because we kind of take off and land wherever their next episode kicks off. And then the finale is in sight if you are watching. So, but they are phenomenal to watch. And of course, we all know what's probably coming in the finale, more mind games, and that's what the Amazing Race is all about. So, along with some really physical stuff you have to do. So, yeah, all right, we're in again, Athens, Greece. Let's get back to what we're here to do. We're flying with Mike. We're in the A320. I think, yeah, that's the CO. I'm going, is that the Neo sitting there? Oh, you know how the easiest way to find out? Let's get up in the cockpit. We'll find out real quick. Go from there. All you got to do is open up and there it is. It is the CO. For a second there, I'm like, are those Neo engines? I couldn't tell. All right. So like I said, we're in the airplane. I was getting something here before I punched it and then got sidetracked, as always. We're looking at 1020. Okay, we're in stand Bravo 15. Join us, folks. We'd love to have you aboard as we travel to Milan-Linate Airport up in Milan, Italy. So let's see here. We're going to get Sim Toolkit up. And I want to send a shout out to everybody that tuned in yesterday. What a great flight we had from Dallas Love to Chicago's Midway. Just a phenomenal flight. I had so much fun. Been away for a week. Went out to visit my parents, my sister, for Thanksgiving here in the U.S. And what a great week it was of recuperation, resetting, as everyone says, or recharging the batteries to get ready for what comes. and just a great week away to come back onto the airwaves to a great stream. Thank you all so much for that. That was just, what a day that was. And just kept up that spirit going as we head into the spirit of Christmas. 25 days away, or we could say 24, because it depends how you all count out there. I know countries have different ways. But yeah, Christmas is right around the corner. So how about that? Another year just about to be kicked over to the next. And yes, another winter storm bearing in on St. Louis, although I don't think this one's, well, you know what? As I've heard from friends and family here, they didn't say the last one was going to be mean. It was probably one of those famous forecasts you all know of, where the weather forecasters come out, oh, we're expecting a trace to an inch. Then the next broadcast, well, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, Armageddon to Armageddon. I mean, that's how St. Louis forecasts. They can't ever figure it out. And snow, to their credit, snow is tough. So until it really gets to some place you can really figure it out, it is, to their defense, although not much, they're kind of paid for that. So, and yes, we'll talk about the second flight here in a minute. Pardon me one more second. I have to say hello to the first officer. I actually did not expect her to come up that early, but they did. Yeah, the little one's got a cold. Stayed home from daycare today, but I think she'll be good for tomorrow. So that could also add into you may catch a glimpse of a next flight being from the Turk Caicos Islands to Miami. That one's kind of dicey right now. So we'll see if we can get that in. All right, so let's get to work. We got a flight ahead of us. As you see, Athens to Milan. Let's do it. Okay, today we're flying out of here not with 181, but 180 people. We've adjusted cargo, so our zero fuel weight of 137,571, they're having fun outside, is equaled block fuel about 16,600 pounds. I think it's closer to 800. And that will be the route we fly. 3 rights to takeoff runway, 35. Well, we'll see. I thought I saw something change on that too. We'll see. And for some reason, dispatch gave us a cost index of 5, but 38,000 feet. So we got a great flight ahead. Pretty good skies here, and it looks like they're, and right in here, we'll see how things shape up. For the weather, like I said, few clouds at 2,500 feet. Here, winds are out of the east, 080 at 3. So beautiful day out of Greece, headed for Milan. They got light drizzle, mist, scattered at 1,000, broken 2,000. So like I said, we'll see how all that shapes up. Now, we'll talk another thing we've done. So, but there's nothing significant over in Milan. We are, as I've already indicated, up on VATSIM. We'll take a look out one more time. You can see the other VATSIM AG Aegean sitting next to us. So, you know what? Let's get going, quit yakking, and get this plane up and running. All right, so checklist items. Let's get those fuel pumps off for the moment. And do a quick what everyone loves to hear. Why they love to, I guess they love to hear it now and instead of in flight. I don't know.
Traffic Saudi cargo 615, expect approach ILS runway 03 right and establish in 1 minute.
Okay, we'll go pack flow to high because of the high volume. Fuel pumps are off. We did our fire checks. Cockpit signs and lights have been checked. Well, we'll do it again for you for the fun. Let you see everything lit up. All right, whoa, I wasn't ready for that. That was my video card, most likely. Okay, down at the bottom here, flap lever is up, speed brake's down, meaning it's not armed. If it was, you'd see a white trim around it. Check the throttle, make sure it moves. It actually didn't one day. That's why I do that. We'll talk about this in a minute. I left it open just, well, we'll close it for now. And we'll flippy flop over to Unicom. All right, and
traffic for information, my speed is 160 knots.
Do we have ATC?
Just go down to final speed for Qatar 170.
Okay, so we got 16,000. Like I said, close to 800. So yeah, we'll get the EPU going here. Oh, let me clear that off. And we're looking for flap open. Now, we have set the time back. Shampoo Flyer, shiny, shiny, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you here. Waiting on flap open. There it is. Pop up. Starting.
Athens traffic, GM5, Sierra Zulu, push and start Bravo 11, Athens traffic.
Again, sorry for the slurps. Gotta have that coffee. All right. As we await, you can see the needle coming up. I think it does a pretty good job. Let's hear how it sounds. And it is available. So we'll go bleed. We come back. All right. One thing I do want to do right now, we'll click ATT.
Saudi cargo 69 shop final runway 03 right.
Get these caterers away and finish up here what we're doing. Okay, the people are coming aboard. We're on ACARS, and let's get this plane up and going. Back up top we go. Okay, so we left off getting the APU, fired up the bleeds on. The air conditioning panel looks good. We are going to be on high flow because of 180 people. External power can now be switched off. So we'll come down here. We'll just do it the simple way. External power off. Okay, back up top. Air conditioning, okay, ventilation panel right here. All Airbus, if it's dark, except for sometimes liveries get painted and for some reason they bleed or do something to where I see them lit up here, they're supposed to be dark switches. They're not Boeings where, oh my gosh, it doesn't tell me what it is. If it's not lit, it is correct. Y'all in the Airbus world have a better way of saying it than I do. Okay, let's go. Number 1 on bat looks good. And number 3. All right, let's get down here and start in on it. Oh wait, I got some more strobe lights. Auto, beacon, wing off, nav light to 2, rest of the lights off. Seatbelt will keep off for now while we're boarding. Smoking sign set and emergency light set. Landing elevation auto. Hang on. And we're set, ready to go there. Let's start in on the McDo's. Okay, so let's go to the init. Again, there are in the instructions how to tie this to SimBrief, so you can bring that down with the init request or by going data and finding it that way. Okay. 2 steps. You'll get the basic information, then you'll get the flight. All right, and you know what? I could have at least got this page up and forgot. Parking stand chords we're in. Bet you can't guess which one. You're going, well, you're right, I can't see. Now you can. What? Where the heck is my stand? Huh, let's try that one. Yeah, because we're right here. That is wild. They don't have they don't have any of them by the am I missing one? Okay, I am confused. Well, we're going to have to go with what it gives us because I don't have parking stands. Wow, I am like, that just kind of threw me for a loop. Oh, here it is. Okay, there it is. I was like, where the heck is it? The main MTB. 56.3. Okay, longitude 2356. Where's 15? 57. Okay. 0. 23, 57, 0, 37, 56, 3. Good. Align. And then we'll clear, clear, and clear. We'll get our wind. Request it. Now, where Toliss gets their winds, I don't know. But they always seem to have winds no matter where we're at. Return. And we'll go with what we see here. 3858 looks good. Right, let's go to, whoop, back up. Page 2. Tree. Weight and balance. All right, let's verify. 134. What? What? Oh, you all didn't even see that. My bad. All that I went through and you all couldn't help me. Yeah, here we go again with the negative times. Okay, 137.5. Diagonal 27.9. Oh, there you have it, folks. That's why. We're too heavy. Huh. Interesting. Okay, let's make the changes. Huh. And we're still going to be heavy. I'm just going to let you know. Whoops, I hit that twice. Reset. Okay, we'll go with it. 128.9 though, or 28.1. That is wild. Ah, wow, that's first. That concerns me. Why did it say 171? All right, we're doing better now. We'll go with that F plan and go back here. Take off. Oh, wow. That was insane. Okay, so we're in LGAV departure. Plan is, hang on, parking stands, flight. Bring this in for y'all. Okay, so I think it's 3 right. Game plan. Which one is that? Core 1E? Core 1E. Okay, core. We don't have transition, so insert it, go to plan. Looks good. Boy, I'm really... LIML. Arrival. 3-5. Oh, okay. And we're going... All right, let's put the parking up here. Okay, that works for me. Terminal, okay. So we're coming in ILS. I really don't know why there's a, oh, Yankee and a Zulu. Okay, what's Yankee? Let's just do the Yankee, keep it simple. Coming in on the CAC 3R. Is that right? Oh. Which one? Okay, now once again, thoroughly confused. Okay, oh, great. It's not showing up. All right, well, let's figure this out. Why am I not seeing it? These things, sometimes in Europe, it gets real hard to figure things out. Okay, I got 3 Delta. Why don't I have 3 Romeo? even trying to figure out if this is like a transition. Okay, we're going to do the Cala 3 as you see there, if I can find it. 3 Bravo. Dixer 3 Bravo, transition. Insert. Holy mackerel. Oh, sometimes it's like, what are you doing? I think it's something to do with the timeout to TZO and hold, and if we have to, we're going to LIMG or J. Oh, sorry for that, folks. Wow, that was a trip. All right, well, we got that all done. Let's flip this back. And basically, if you go to plan and you hit the up arrow, you'll scroll up through your flight plan to see how things are. Whew. I need some coffee after that. Wow. All right, now, next up is RadNav. Everything's set up to return. Perf page. Let's head over. And let's see here. "38 minutes ago." We don't have a sky or a wind. That'll work. 10:20. Okay, don't know why it did that. All right, and we're dry, temperature 11 degrees, so yeah, air conditioning on. And there's what it will look like if we flex at 67 with 1. That looks good to me. All right, come over here, hit uplink, and 1020 looks good. Winds, we said 199 at 2, 199.2. Dry, we're going flaps 1. Let's request. Don't worry about flex right here. Don't worry about it. We'll catch it on the next. You'll see. Just gotta kind of kick back, relax, read the How to Fly book like Bugs Bunny did. All right. Oh, I think I just, oh, no, I didn't. Okay, if we were to go what's called toga, take off, go around, full speed, basically. This is what our numbers would be. We could click insert. Here's where we'll click flex. They're saying 67, 146, 146, 148. Okay, I mean, that'll work. Don't get me wrong. And I'm just getting black boxes numbers for this airport. Okay, got him. Oh, I was like, Your page is confusing me now. No, it's the airport that's confusing. All right, 67, all looks good. Insert, okay. And we need down here transition 9,000 for the thrust reduction and acceleration. 1810 for reduction. Diagonal 3310 for acceleration. Okay. Engine out for 3 right is 1900. And these are feet. And that's our numbers, so up 7. Okay, here we go. We're ready to go, folks. How about that? I hope you are. I'm sorry for the delays here in getting us rolling. Partly my fault, partly my fault. So, oh, excuse me. Hang on a second. I know I might have missed messages. All right, there we go. Okay, sorry, had the volume turned up on it. Okay, so right now until, well, for another hour or so, you can get 35% off GIB subs today. That's right, 35% off 5 or more gift subs. So think about it, take advantage. We'd love for you to do that here. And we look forward to it. All right, let's get this thing ready to rock and roll. Just going through, did all of those. Let's get those fuel pumps on, since you know who forgets. Okay, back to position. Oh, excuse me. All right, I think we're ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get here in the middle. Square some things up. LS constraints. I'm going to set 38, but if ATC comes up, we'll adjust. Currently, they are not. All right, also, again, we have adjusted time here so that we can fly daylight hours. I know some of you prefer real world times and all that, but when you do that, you can't see the aircraft in flight. So that's why we choose this. All right, we've got all the numbers in. Oh, I forgot to check something. Hang on. Switching right here are all 12 o'clock. And any skid, nose wheel steering on, transponder set, right, 2000. And squawking mode C, beacon is about to come on. Now, setting your cargo switches to auto, door 1 to auto, sets the doors into exactly what it says. Now, the others, unfortunately, not so much. You physically have to open them. Unless they're supposed to, and they don't for me. But you can also toggle passenger stairs on and off and so forth, catering trucks. And actually animate the loaders, which is, oh, excuse me, Toliss's way of saying they'll show up. So, all right, we've got all of that set up. It's time for better pushback to get into position. Where are you?
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All right, if you're all ready, I am. Let's get this thing pushed back. Athens. Uh-oh. What's going? Oh, I see what's going on. Hang on. Like, why did I hear myself?
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Athens traffic, Aegean 2572 pushing back, stand Bravo 15 for runway 3 right.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engines. Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right, we're ready to go. APU bleed, we'll go ahead, kick that off. Engines are up and running. Come down here. Once we hear they're clear, then we'll take care of the spoilers. Now, I'll explain the departure here in a minute, if you haven't figured it out already.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
All right. Technically, I should wait for them, but I want to get this thing going. Pitch trim is next. Here's what I'm talking about. When you see them out, they have the pins, and all the people should be away from the airplane. So that way you could put flaps down, good deal, and so forth. All right, let's get in the middle here, kick up the flight controls. We need it to say trim up 0.7. Okay, while we're here, I go ahead and check them. And yes, you can just do it here, watch the cursor, see how it moves on the primary flight display. So you could check them there. All right, auto brakes. Well, hang on, let's first get up here. Since we're already out of luck, let's get the master off on the, now the slides are armed. Yep. And we're ready to go. Brakes, max, takeoff test. And we'll go ahead, get predictive on. Radars on. And if I don't do this now, I'll forget on takeoff. Taxi. Our only warning light was Athens traffic, Aegean 2572, taxi to 3 right. So again, I hope y'all had a fantastic Thanksgiving day here in the U.S. Those of you here in the U.S., I should say. We had a great time with family in Pennsylvania, and I hope y'all were easy on Tom this year. The turkey didn't eat too much. What a day, though. What a great day. By the way, if you caught the Macy's Day Parade, and I think, like many in the country, the shortest float to ever be part of Macy's was there, and I hate to say it, I think it stole the show. That was great. Look it up. It's pretty interesting what it was. Oh, I didn't know they had gates down here, too. Oh, man. But yeah, what a great time. The drive Saturday, or... The drive, unfortunately, was long, but, oh, we have birds overhead. But inevitable. So, I just remembered now, when I did that, why I hated that as a truck driver. Not because of the hills, either, as some people want to believe. I mean, yeah, I hate hills, because, yeah, you take a lot of time up, but just horrible interstate planning and everything for those. Anyway, that's then, here's now, departing 3 right. And Athens traffic, GN 2572 departing 3 right from Delta 2. Okay, we are ready to go. Correct, correct. Here we go. B1, rotating. Gear up. All right, basically what we're going to be doing is flying straight out, and then we're going to kind of loop back around over the airport and then head off to Athens VOR and core. Can't go any faster technically than 235. All right, and we are about to get to our AV31, make our turn, and then head towards Athens VOR. Alpha Tango Victor. Michael Cross in with, I can't wait to get a new computer so I can download X-Plane. We're looking forward to you getting that.
Athens traffic with Malta 513 taking off runway 03 right, from Delta 4.
All right, we are coming around the turn here. About to cross transition of 9,000. And then we're on our way. Glad to have y'all aboard. It is a fun day to fly. Looks like we had a follower. Hang on. Hey, Michael Cross followed us. And sure appreciate you coming aboard. Hope you enjoy the flight and future flights. Hopefully we will get that second flight in today to Miami, Florida. No guarantees when the little one is here, especially when she's been under the weather like she has lately. We all are, let's be real. The weather has just not been pretty cool here in the middle of the country of the United States, maybe even your country out there. So, you know, it's called winter, and we only have a few more months to deal with it. So that's the good thing. And as an old weatherman, well, now I'm not going to say old, although he is older than me. No, that's not very, that is kind of difficult to do. But no, seriously. As a weatherman who has retired here once said, every day above freezing is one day closer to spring. We don't have to deal with cold temperatures. Think about that. You'll figure, oh yeah, that's right. So enjoy those days when it is above. Don't be going, oh my gosh. It's, yeah, they're a good thing. All right, we're above. Let's get those lights off. As we continue to climb out of Athens. Flying back over it. Like I said, it's just basically we come back to a pretty hard turn to come over the airport over to Athens VOR. Let's see how much we can see down. That's pretty good. And then we'll turn out on course. And then we get to see the rest of this portion of Greece out this side. So we are on our way, folks. I hope you enjoy the flight, enjoy all that goes with it. ATV is 5 miles away, and we're pushing through 18,000 here momentarily. Now we're off to VOR Core, Corinthos. And then on to the rest of our flight plan. Not a whole lot going on as of yet. Oh, let me record our departure gate on Logitech. Not a whole lot out there going on, but don't worry. Well, we might actually scoot in under it. I don't know. We'll see. We're about 2 hours and some change out of. Let's see how it looks and works today. Hey, there we go. Working good for us today. 2 hours, 19 minutes to our destination airport. All right, if you'll excuse me for a minute, I am going to use the laugh, close the window here, and we'll be right back with you as we climb on up. All right, I'm back with y'all. Hey, welcome to Flying with Mike. We are on the amazing race, so-called kinda sorta recap, headed to Milan. Yeah, I'm a little out of breath. Had a chore I had forgotten that I needed to finish up, so got that going. Anyway, currently we're through 37,000, climbing up to 38,000. And everything's looking good. Let's go ahead, be nice, since we usually forget. All right, and we are not, as it says down there, flying the A320neo. We are actually flying the CO. Well, you know what? Let me go ahead, pause some. Well, you know, we'll just keep it in the background. All right, now we did this on the ground a little bit at length, but I'd rather do it in flight since we have about an hour, 50 minutes or so to get there. And ATC is currently kind of light out here. It'll pick up. Don't worry about that, folks. It's supper time, pushing a little later, so they'll be joining us here soon in the airwaves. But no, let's take a look at what happened. All right, the episode that just completed, let me pull it back up. Season 38, episode number 10, took the racers to Milan, Italy, as Sergeant Hulka in Stripes would say, Italy. And we found it quite interesting in many ways. This one, interesting in ways medically and navigationally. We'll get to that in a minute. But let's talk first episode 9. A lot of people had sour grapes. Pardon the pun for those that may have watched it. The big front runner team, very strong team, winning just about every leg, went home. And many are not happy with the penalty the last place team should have received, since it was a non-elimination run the leg prior. A lot of heartburn over it, which then led us into this one, leg 10, episode 10, which is where we are. We are flying from Greece to Milan. Now, which airport they went into, of course, they're not going to tell us. Why? You don't have to. Actually, if we paid attention enough when they're talking to the travel agent, we might have. I didn't. Not all teams were on the same plane. 4 of the 5 were. And oddly enough, we'll get to it, some interesting stuff with that last team getting on the last flight. I'm sorry, yeah, the second flight. So these guys race, basically how the race works. It's teams of 2 racing normally around the world. This season, number 38, saw another big heartburn for a lot of the viewers, reality stars doing the race. Instead of, for better normal Joe Schmoes and Jane Schmoes. So not reality people, not actors. I'm sorry, reality stars, I call you actors, because you are. Not knowing, by the way, the end of this thing, who's going to end it. But there's some really strong indications who will be in that last episode. So, but there was a lot just on that with this race. So let me recap it real quick for you. The teams left the USA, but they were not in the quote race until they got to Amsterdam, and there they got their first clue. So, and then they gathered, I think it was after the first or second clue, all together with the host, Phil, and went on from there. An express pass for 2 was given, and off they went. So officially, that's when the race started it, but it really started prior to it, when they picked up their first clues. Then it was, for us in TV world, 2 weeks in Amsterdam. Then they traveled by train with some complications en route. Welcome to the amazing race, potentially. Or potentially it's how it happens, you know, out there. They traveled to Prague for 2 weeks. Our 2 weeks, them maybe day and a half, if even that. And then it was on to Budapest. And then it was on to Croatia, Romania, down to Athens. It's been, to me, a really good race. One of the teams which, by the way, was the one to go home after this. I forgot their name already. Gosh. I'm a horrible. Whoa. Back up, Mike. Don't go there. Well, anyway, they had navigation problems throughout most of the race. So I can't remember where I found it. So now I also mentioned there were medical problems. One of the teams, I'm trying to find the recap again. Here it is. My bad. It was right under my nose. All right. So one of the teams, let me get their team, is Joseph and Adam. They're brothers. Adam is diabetic on here and started really having troubles, heat stroke, heat exhaustion. Who knows? Could have been a diabetic, but still continued fighting through it and went on. So there was that within it, and but Jack and Chelsea, I hope I said her name right, had problems with the last challenge and navigationally challenged the whole race. And I'm here to tell you folks, you all can sit there and go, I can't understand that. I can. Try, we can all drive. But when you're faced with foreign languages and other challenges in driving, for me, just going across the border into Montreal, folks, everything there is in French. So your best effort to try to translate it, and you've heard me, how bad I am, it's very easy to mistake a sign for something else. So, but to their end, they did were last and were eliminated. So that was sad to see. But Jazz and Jag, the Turbine Brothers, entrepreneurs, they were on Big Brother as well. They won the leg. Izzy and Paige came in second. And like I said, Joseph and Adam having medical issues at one of the challenges they had. And the team that finished last on the last leg, which was not, they didn't finish last, but they came in as the last team before the next one was eliminated. They went on and again came in at the back of the pack. So 4 teams continue on the next leg, either here in Milan or on to somewhere else. So with that, since I'm having such a tough time getting the information I want to stay up, I'm just going to leave it there. But if you want to see it live, go to the Amazing Race and watch it either on streamed or catch it live Wednesday nights 8 or 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central on CBS, or look in your local listings for it. But yeah, it's really fun to watch. And if you're like me, you kind of live vicariously knowing you probably never get to locations like that. And that's what really draws me to the show. The where they go normally when they go around the world makes for great flights. But this one made for great flights too. Even though the first half was trained, it still turns into a wonderful Amsterdam to Prague, Prague to Budapest, Budapest down to now I can't, Dubrovnik, then out of Split to Romania, Bucharest, then down to Athens. And now we're headed up to, whether I hit the right airports or not is not my goal. My goal is to just get where the race is. So anyway, there you have it. And why this flight and 2 others are flown. The final flight, I will warn you, is a long haul. So, and not long meaning a couple of hours. I mean, we're going across the Atlantic. So that'll be fun. Can't wait for that one. That'll either pull out a 7.4, MD-11, A330, 900. We'll see what I feel up to when we get there. All right. So, but for now, we're headed for Milan in the A320 from Allegiant, Aegean, and we'll be on the ground in about an hour and 30 minutes or so. So enjoy, and any questions, comments, hey, you're welcome to the chat room, Discord. Let me know, folks, if you're watching us on YouTube. Leave a comment. Love to hear it. I'll work on trying to do these recaps a little better. I wish I could put some video up, but I don't know the strictness that the Amazing Race uses, and I'm not going to get into debates over, well, you can do this, you can't do, no, I'm just, it's copyrighted programming, so I know there's limits to what I can do. So enjoy this flight for another hour or so. Enjoy the music we got running, and we'll be on the ground shortly. Whew. Chilly out there, folks. Whew. Oh. Anyway, yeah, the little whippersnapper is visiting us again for another day because, well, she's a little under the weather. So when I break away, it's to go give her time as well. That's why the second flight may or may not happen out of the Turks and Kirkuk. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try, folks. Oh, it's chilly out there. Next time, maybe I'll wear a coat. So, anyway, we are... where are we? Well, we're at the bottom of the shoe, the boot of Italy. Oh, and it looks like we may have ATC. Let me take a look. Oh yeah, we do. Through Rome. So, but yeah, we have just come off the Albanian coast, Greek Albanian coast, headed up to Italy. So, and currently no weather on the radars, other than over here we'll see some of the Aegean Sea below us, but for now we are on our way. I had all intentions of working some of the ABC camera stuff here. I'll be honest, my mind is still fried from the 12 to 13, 14-hour day we had Saturday driving home. I can't remember where I was going to start with that, so we'll kind of push that off for another day or two and get into that. But if you're interested in it, it's a really good camera system. Oh my goodness, we went through it last night, and oh, I forgot how I do it. Hang on, I think I got a hyphen. Oh, went too far. There we go. So, but anyway, check it out. It is a really good camera system. I'm starting to see a couple things that are, for me, I'm having a little bit of trouble working through, but nothing major at all. It's just me stuff that I've got to just get, you know, kind of get used to and expect as I do this. But it was amazing to hear just how many camera views are out there available for, you know, us to use, and get those started to be set up. Let me see, do we have any traffic nearby? Oh boy. Something tells me I think we may be having issues with Sim Toolkit. Hang on, let's check it out. Yeah, we are. All right, sorry about that. Took a little bit longer than anticipated. So I hope y'all are having a great day. Unfortunately, it is Monday after Thanksgiving, so we're all still here in the U.S. at least, recouping all that turkey we ate and other great foods. So, and the rest of the world's going, what? But hey, it's what they all say about the U.S. anyway. What? All right, we are, well, we'll check in here in a second, but we're about an hour and a half out. That I can tell you. Wrong button. There we go. All right, yeah, we're just putting some stuff together to put up there, but yeah, just kind of looking out different views. And again, want to thank following in live with Michael Cross. Thank you so much for the follow. We sure appreciate you. Inya sick yesterday with a resubscribe and 100 biddies. So we sure appreciate you all coming in, enjoying the flight, and at the same time, you know, we'll try and do a better recap next week because we will be getting close to the final three, headed for a lot closer to the final three, headed to the finale of the amazing race. That's what these flights are that we do in conjunction with all our other flights. It just is one way to help us with some pretty interesting destinations many of us don't think about. Many of us think about Milan and Greece, but those of us outside the regions here don't think about Bucharest, Dubrovnik, and Split. Two that I really don't think I've ever flown out of. Bucharest, I think maybe once or twice. So Budapest, you know, maybe. So gets us out of that comfort zone I talk about, gets us into new ATC, new ways of doing flying, and it's always fun to learn. So never ever hold back just because it's Europe. Oh, they don't talk my language. Be surprised, they're pretty good at it. My compliments to y'all, you do well. And that's what we use here, but we are, like I said, slowly coming into wrapping up season 38 with the amazing race. Next, well, right now we're headed to Milan. Next up, we'll find out Wednesday. Like I said, I was expecting them to maybe go into next year, but I was wrong. So we'll see what's up, what's in store for us. But it is also fun. You know, I watch the race, like I say, to go to places I'll never probably ever see. And also, you got to be a weather junkie to enjoy this, but the weather. They have been in miserable weather pretty much from the get-go. To finally come into some warmth, also kind of bit a couple of them. So, yeah. Anyway, we got Center wanting to yak at us, so hang on. Let's figure out who. It looks like Rome. NEX. I don't know what that is, but 124.2. How long this will last? Who knows? 124.2. But you can see Europe beginning to come alive here. Is it 200? Yes. And yes, I have some.
1732, when ready, descend to flight level 120. When ready, descend to level 120, Swiss 1732.
All right, folks, bear with me. I'm going to pause the music right there.
Lufthansa 1R6 to permit continuous climb, turn right by 5 degrees. Turning right 5 degrees, copy.
Yeah, Center, Aegean 2572 with you. We're flight level 380.
Aegean 2572, Roma, good evening, identified. Squawk 1000, proceed direct to Ruxol.
And would you be so kind as to text that fix to us that you need us to go direct for, thank you, sir. Ruxol, direct Ruxol for Aegean 2572.
All correct, when able, squawk 1000.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about the most important part. We'll set it to 1000. Aegean 2572. All right, Ruxol. So what we'll do, we click direct, Ruxol, insert, and it's going to just slightly change us, as you can see, but we're going to skip some fixes in between. We got about 300 miles to top of descent, and we're looking good. By the way, this ETP is equal time point. So we are reaching the middle of the flight. It's the same amount of distance to Milan as it is to go back to Greece. All right. The reason I have to... sometimes mute the music. It's hard to hear sometimes. It's loud in my ears, but probably barely in yours. And my guess, Ruxel is right up in here. When we exit out, then we head up here to LIMPL. Or I'll get it right one year. We'll just go there. There you go.
Lufthansa 196, resume all navigation, proceed direct to Breno. Direct to Breno. Lufthansa 196.
Oh, excuse me, folks. Oh, it's going to take a little bit to get back back to before vacation, if you could call it that, before the trip.
Swiss 1732, proceed direct to Auxerre. Direct to Auxerre, Swiss 1732. Itar 1286, descend to flight level 340, rate 1000 feet per minute. 340, Itar 1286 to the Milan competing for 1286.
Roma radar, hello, this is Air France 4811. I am off runway 25 at 4,000 feet inbound Romeo Foxtrot 788.
Good evening, Air France 4811, Roma identified, climb unrestricted to flight level 380.
Climb unrestricted to flight level 380, Air France 4811.
Roma Charlie, Italia 1857, wish you flight level 300, fly direct to Bel Air, ready for descent. Charlie, Italia 1857, Roma identified, squawk 1000, descent to flight level 180.
Descent to flight level 180, squawk 1000, Italia 1857.
With 04 Whiskey Lima, monitor advisory 122.85.
Brava, we have request for Flight 1286.
Go ahead.
Left, heading 300 to the weather.
Approved.
Approval 300 left, for 1286.
Italia 1857, expect LS Zulu approach, runway 24, arrival for short approach via Diezzo.
Expect 24, able, Italia 1857.
Ali 1857, proceed direct to Diezzo, expect LS Zulu via Diezzo.
Flight direct to Izop, expect ILS Zulu, runway 24, Italia 1857.
Italia 1684, descend unrestricted to altitude 6000 feet, QNH 1018.
Unrestricted descent to flight level location 6000 feet, QNH 1018, German 1684.
Italia 1684, correction, QNH 1017.
1017, German 1684. Brava, ready for the second navigation,
Just to confirm, Diezzo, Delta India, Echo Zulu Oscar. If unable for the short approach, let me know.
All right, I don't know about you all, but I guess I ought to be listening more to ATC than enjoying that last song from Joseph Yusuf. That was a great song. Anyway.
126, how many miles donating?
we are now ready for resume for 126.
Roger, resume navigation, proceed direct to Calmo.
Come direct, thank you for Italia 126.
Swiss 1732, descend to flight level 80 unrestricted.
Descent to level 080 unrestricted, Swiss 1732.
Italia 1857, Roma.
1857, go ahead.
Confirm you are flying to Diezzo.
Fly direct to Echo November, Zulu Echo Papa, Italia 1857.
No, negative to Diezzo. Delta India Echo Zulu Oscar for ILS Zulu 4 via Diezzo. Let me know if you are unable.
Confirm Delta Echo Zulu Oscar, Italia 1857.
Negative. Delta India Echo Zulu Oscar, descend to flight level 90.
Descent flight level 90, fly direct to Diezzo for Italia 1857.
Swiss 1732, descend to altitude 6000 feet, QNH 1017.
Descend to level 6000 feet and QNH 1017, Swiss 1732.
Italia 1286, monitor 122.8, ciao.
127, Italia 1286, ciao.
Swiss 1732, speed 270 knots or less.
270 knots or less, Swiss 1732.
Italia 1857, descend to 7,500 feet, QNH 1018.
7,500 feet, QNH 1018, Italia 1857.
Getting a little busy in Rome. That's what you kind of expect. Ooh, we have a winter weather advisory in effect. Ooh.
1684, keep 250 knots as long as you can. Let me know when you need to reduce. Descend to 5,000 feet.
Keep 250 at radar, and I'll let you know. And the descent to 5,000 feet, Terra 1684.
American 235, good evening, identified. Climb unrestricted to flight level 180.
All right, the blanket of clouds is up over the Italian boot, and we're headed up to Milan.
Air 1684, descend to 4,000 feet. Intercept runway 16 left, localizer.
4,000, cleared localizer, 16 left, Terra 1684.
Lufthansa 196, monitor advisory 122.8 by
22.8, Lufthansa 196.
American 235, proceed direct to Tobin. Confirm direct to Tobin, Delta Oscar, Bravo India Mike. Air 1684, descend to 3,000 feet, clear DLS Whiskey approach, runway 16 left.
3,000, clear LS Whiskey 16 left, Terra 1684.
Swiss 1732, no speed restrictions, descend to 5,000 feet.
Descended to 5,000 feet, no speed restrictions, Swiss 1732.
Roma radar, good evening, Lufthansa 1 on 1,700, climbing 4,000. Lufthansa 1 Lima, Roma, good evening, identified, climb unrestricted to flight level 360. Climb unrestricted to flight level 360, Lufthansa 1 Lima, thank you. Air 1684, confirm you are reducing 210 knots.
We're 220 now with Terra 1684, keep that still, yeah, we will start to reduce now.
Roger, 180 knots or greater until 6.
186, Terra 1684.
Swiss 1732, descend to 4,000 feet, intercept runway 16 left, localizer.
Descending to level 4,000 feet to intersect ILS localization.
American 235, climb to flight level 360.
All right, things are a little quieter now,
684, position 10 meters half, are you established?
but we continue on at flight level 380 to Milan.
Roger, number 1, contact.
Linate is the name of the airport. Should be there in about an hour or so.
Swiss 1732, descend to 3000 feet, clear the LS Whiskey approach, runway 16 left.
Descending to 3000 feet and clear LS Whiskey approach for runway 16 left. Swiss 172.
Alitalia 1857, descend to 6000 feet, clear the ILS Zulu approach, runway 24, report established.
Descend 6000 feet, clear GLS Zulu, runway 24, Alitalia 1857.
Lufthansa 1 Lima Lima, proceed direct to Ivcal. Proceed direct to, can you please say again, sorry? Ivcal, India Victor, Kilo Alpha Lima. Proceed direct to Iskal, correction, Lufthansa 1 Lima Lima, thank you.
Oh my.
36 Foxtrot Papa, good evening.
This is the tough part. Only about 50 minutes or so to our destination, and boy, it gets rough. Get that heat going in the house, and wow.
Easy 36 Foxtrot Papa, climb to flight level 240.
Flying flight level 240,
Swiss 1732, number 2, receiving traffic medium, 7 miles in front, confirm established.
ILS established, Swiss 1732.
Roger, contact Fiume Tower, 118.7, show.
118.7, thank you for the service, bye-bye.
All right. Well, we're pushing through here. We're somewhere out over that wing, way out there, is Rome. Through all those clouds. So yeah, we're pushing through their center pretty quick. We'll be up into Milan's center here soon. They are not up at the time. So, but we still have a little bit of time for them. So I hope you've enjoyed this little excursion as we fly the leg episode 10, getting them to Milan to do this. Next Wednesday, or this upcoming Wednesday, they're headed somewhere else, and you can guarantee we'll be flying here too. And give me a second.
Proceed direct to Antel. Iberia 4812, Flight level 180, easy 443, buonasera.
My bad. Hopefully he didn't talk to me.
Area 4812, confirm level 180, 150.
All right, I had to pull the ears off and hear my wife. All right, let's kind of see where top of the... All right, 146 miles. Don't go by this, folks. I actually have the weather set for the time frames I'm flying. So we'll kind of, well, we'll probably go with that. Hope for the best. You know what? Let's go ahead and kill the music.
Confirm 4310. 4310. Ryanair 786, proceed direct to airport. Direct for airport, Ryanair 76. Easy 36 Foxtrot Papa, climb to flight level 360. Easy 443, climb to flight level 360. Flight level 360, easy 443. Italia 1857, final runway 24. Italia 1857, runway 24, clear to land, wind variable to north. Clear to land, runway 24, Italia 1857, thank you. Ciao Skylink 655 identified, climb to flight level 170. 170 Skylink 655. Air France 4811, monitor advisory 122.8 by.
Monitor advisory on 122.8. Thank you so much. Ciao, Air France 4811.
Ciao. Skylink 655, proceed direct to Giano. Giano direct 655, thank you. Iberia 4812, proceed direct to keep up.
All right, so we got about another 100 miles or so, and then we'll start figuring out our descent, our speeds, and then bring it on into Linate. Right now, I am going to go ahead and terminate the potential second flight. One, I'm a little on the tired side, and two, I don't know what this little one is going to need this second half. So let's be safe. We'll do that flight again. But for now, I am not going to be able to do that Turks and Caicos run to Miami. Maybe later today, we'll see. But right now, my body can't do it. So,
Expect ILS, whiskey approach, runway 16 left. Expect whiskey, runway 16 left.
all right, so let's keep pushing on though for Linate.
Descend now to flight level 110. Alitalia 1857, taxi stand of choice, ciao.
Stand of choice, thank you. Scusi per il problema, all'Italia 1857.
No, tranquillo.
Roma, good evening, Flower 951, flight level 323.
Siamo Flower 9251, Roma identified. Lot 72 Tango, expect ILS, whiskey approach, runway 16 left. When ready, descend to flight level 110.
Expect ILS, whiskey runway left, when ready, descend 110.
Lot 72 Tango, proceed direct to keep up.
Direct, keep up,
Area 4812, expect about
Boom.
80 track miles to touchdown.
Roger,
American 235, shortly leaving my airspace. Monitor advisory 122.85. American 235, monitor advisory 122.85.
All right, looks like some of that weather is showing up, but probably won't, because like I said, I am not running real world at real world time. I'm using it at the sim time I'm running, which can prove to be a little dangerous, especially winter time.
Area 4812, descend unrestricted to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1018.
4,000 kh,
But, you know, thinking about that, if you watched us yesterday, I think we were real world, and we had thunderstorms around us. I don't know when there were none in the area, so I don't know if there was a snafu with the servers X-Plane gets or what. So yeah, that was interesting.
Ryanair 736, proceed direct to Cati.
direct to Cati, radar heading.
All right, let's get over here and do the best we can. Wow, if this is what we were coming into, folks, look at that, broken 500 as of 0920. Bear with me a second.
Lufthansa 1 Lima Lima, monitor advisory 122.8, ciao.
Monitor advisory 122.8, Lufthansa 1 Lima Lima, thank you very much. Ciao.
Wow. Okay, well, we'll take it as
Gatti at flight level 270, report ready for descent. Taxi Gatti, flight level 270 and report when I am ready for descent. Roger. Lot 72 Tango, descend unrestricted to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1018, track miles 70. Descent unrestricted to 6,000 feet, QNH 1015, to track miles 70. Correct. Iberia 4812, turn right heading 070, long base for runway 16 left. 070 for long base.
Okay, so we are looking, I don't know why we're saying overweight. We should be well under the 5,000 pounds, well under. Kind of curious, but anyway, we're looking at 136 for approach. Just shy of 5,000 feet required on an 8,000 foot runway. So we'll see how this all translates out. Look at the radar lighting up. Ooh.
Link 655, monitor advisory 122, decimal 8, ciao. 28, ciao, buona serata. Iberia 4812, descend to 3,000 feet. Iberia 4812, are you able to close on the ILS in 10 miles, or do you want a few more miles to run? Can get 12 miles. Roger. Not 72 Tango, descend to 4,000. Juliet, good evening, descend to flight level 110, expect vectors for the ILS approach, runway 0 for right. Papa, monitor advisory 122, decimal 8, right. Runner 76, when ready, descend to flight level 270. When ready, descend to flight level 270. 72 Tango, turn right, heading 070, long base, runway 16. Right, 39er Juliet, turn right, heading 110, descend to altitude 6,000 feet, you reach 1018. Easy 39er Juliet, no speed restriction. Area 4812, you're number 1, 9 miles to run, confirm established. Confirm established. Roger, Iberia 4812, runway 16 left, clear to land, wind 040 degrees, 4 knots. Easy 39er Juliet, turn right, heading 170. Lot 72 Tango, descend to 3,000 feet. Descend to 3,000 feet. Taro 425, ciao, runway 25 clear for takeoff, wind 040 degrees, 4 knots. Clear for takeoff, runway 25. Easy 39er Juliet, descend to 3,000 feet. Easy 39er Juliet, turn right, heading 060, intercept runway 04 right, localizer. Lot 72 Tango, updated track mileage 30. 30 miles to run. Break, Aegean 2572, descend to flight level 320, rate 1,500 feet a minute.
Aegean 2572 down to flight level 320, 1,500 feet a minute.
Easy 443, monitor advisory 122.8, bye.
Unicorn for Easy 443, thanks for the service, ciao.
Ciao. Line 315 Kilo, cleared Erika 1 Alpha arrival.
America 1 Alpha, 21 Kilo.
736, monitor 122.8, ciao.
122.8, thank you for your control, right, Logitech. Bye.
Ricardo 1 Charm, that's holding point Bravo, Axel, and then Dubai, very good function.
Ciao, Itaro 1 Charlie, line up and wait, runway 25.
Line up and wait, runway 25, Bravo 1 Charm.
All right, that's the cue, folks. We're getting closer.
Foxtrot Romeo Sierra 61, Roma, good evening, QNH 1017.
QNH 1017, Foxtrot Romeo Sierra 61, that's the UE helicopter.
Viva Flight Bolzano from Pisa, request air taxi information for leaving via Pisa North.
Foxtrot Romeo Sierra 61, Roger, runway news 04 right, information Charlie, call you back shortly with the full weather, taxi to holding point runway 22 left, report ready to cross.
Air taxi to holding position 22 left, we'll go Foxtrot Romeo Sierra 61.
Easy 39 Juliet, descend to 1,500 feet, clear the ILS Whiskey approach runway 04 right, correction, ILS approach runway 04 right. Iberia 4812, long rollout approved, continue standard 1, ciao.
Roma ready, Foxtrot Romeo Sierra 49.
Bye. Iberia 4812, long rollout approved, continue standard 1. Negative, standard 1. Break, guitar 18 Charlie, runway 25, clear for takeoff, wind 040 degrees, 4 knots.
Runway 25, clear for takeoff, Caro 18 Charlie.
Guitar 425 identified, climb to flight level 360.
Flight level 360,
Foxtrot Romeo Sierra 61, go ahead.
Foxtrot Romeo Sierra 61, go ahead.
Confirm you were calling.
Negative for swag, collect with Quartan, Foxtrot Romeo Sierra 49.
Roger, Foxtrot Romeo Sierra 49, Roma, go ahead.
Foxtrot Romeo Sierra 49, UE helicopter VFR, like my companion to Barcelona, request if possible departure over Pisa North and taxi destination.
Roger, I call you back for taxi, squawk 5114, QNH 1018, and stand by.
QNH 1018 and squawk 5515, Foxtrot Romeo Sierra 49.
5114.
5114, Foxtrot Romeo Sierra 49.
Gian 2572, monitor advisory 122.8 by
1228 or 122.8 for a GN 2572. Have a good night.
Guitar 18 Charlie identified, climb to flight level 360.
Climb back level 360, Caro 18 Charlie.
Lot 72 Tango, turn right, heading 120, intercept runway 16 left, localizer. Right, heading 120, intercept 16 left,
Rome, radar, Wuhitan is 309.
All right, here we go into the weather. All right, we are currently on course. All right, let's do some quick catch-up work here while we were getting that short out. Okay, so approach 134. Got it. Okay, here we go, folks. We are in the storms. Now, realize, I believe this might be the weather some 5 to 8 hours earlier. So this could prove to be a bit on the challenging side, and I'm hoping it is. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as we punch through this little bit of storminess headed for Linate. Milan, that is. Oh, look at that red spot just pop up. Remember, it is only 6 degrees outside. Landing, what it is right now, -12, hence why we have de-ice on. Engine and wing. Is it 109.5? Yes, it is. Okay, we're just not in tune yet. Okay. Headed to Nogmo, Limba, Dexter, and then in. Y'all want to see it real quick? I kind of keep my eyeball on things here. Real quick, here's what we're looking at. We're not going to go over here to METARs and all, but you can see we're going here above 10,000, above 10,000, above 6, and then in. ILS from Dixer, Sorup, 3,000, and then grab it at the 8.4 mark and in. Minimums, just so you're aware, 200 and 550. Whew, wicked weather, wicked, wicked, wicked. All right, so 9 minutes out, folks. Get those seat back trays and seat backs up. We're ready to land. And if you want to put a prediction in, hang on, let's see how that looks out the wings here. Yeah, I was hoping we might see a little clearing. We got a little off that wing. But anyway, we are getting close to landing. ILNT. Is that our... That is our localizer. All right, so we are now beginning to pick it up. Look at that. Okay, we are pretty much lining up for the runway now. Dixer at 6,000 as we slow up here. Okay, let's get those lights all on. Okay, we're on the localizer. Okay, we should begin to pick up the glide slope even though we're way above it right now. Well, actually, we're starting to get into where we need to be. Okay, we're about 11 miles out, gear down, and we're beginning to work the flaps. Yeah, Milan-Linate traffic, GN 2572, about 9 miles out, 35. I have no idea what he said. But I do know this, we got a descent. Okay, 3 green, spoilers arm, flaps full, cleared to land.
2000.
Linate traffic, a GN 2572, 5 mile final, 35. Okay, we're out of the clouds at 1900, but I don't see the runway, so can't call it yet. On glide slope. On Donner and Dasher, on Blitzen and Comet and Cupid. Donner and Blitzen. Three-mile final. And Linate traffic, the GN 2572 runway in sight, 3 miles out.
Above.
We'll be landing.
Minimum.
Slow. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Aegean 2572 off at Gulf to the terminal. Probably going the wrong way. Always seem to. All right, I believe I got the parking spots here. Oh yeah, I probably should have gone down Bravo. Oh well, I always go wrong.
Uniform runway 28 startup.
And we'll take stand 2. All right, welcome in, folks. We are in the blocks, as they say here in Italy. Italy. Corey, how are you? How was the flight? It was phenomenal. Every flight we do seems to always be phenomenal, but thanks for asking. We highly enjoy flying over here in Europe, especially this time of the day, because you get ATC a lot. But anyway, we are in Milan, Linate to be exact, And let's go standby on this. Engine Uno off. Available for the bleed. And number 2 off. How did we end up? I thought we were right on the line. Oh well. Bleed? Who needs it? I love it. Love it. All right, let's get over here. We'll get chocks in and the external on. Oh well. That'll help get the brakes cooling a little faster. And welcome in, folks. I hope you enjoyed that flight. Like I said, I right now don't think we can pull off that second flight. Bit tired. Plus, we have the little one here. So I think we should probably call it after this one. Here comes everybody outside. So let's begin to look at it. All right, we landed 470. No, wait, that's not us. 276 feet a minute. I was like, whoa, we really hit that hard? All right, let's see here. All right, so that's what the airline shows. Now let's get in here. Actually, let's get out. Get out. Oh, I forgot. We're not Zibo. We actually have to do that. You get used to one type of airplane and you forget. There we go. All right, so there you have it. Again, I almost did it again. Allegiant. No, Aegean 2572 in Milan. Let's take a look at Eleftherios. Maybe. There we go. All right, you can see the flight where we started going direct and then our arrival. Let me complete the flight here real quick. Okay, they got us 269, 134 knots. I liking all of this, liking 131. All looks good to me. Now let's zoom in, see where those wheels are. I thought we were going to again be right on the magic spot there for the aim. Little off, but not by much. We'll see how Sim Toolkit scores. 1.3 Gs, not bad. On the center line, in my opinion, and by the aiming point, not bad. Can't complain. And if I did, would any of you listen? Probably not. Let's get Sim Toolkit in here. Wow, they agree. 237, 133 knots. That's a rarity, folks. They rarely never agree. So I must have done something right. All right, so Athens to Milan. There's what the route looked like. And the details will be not much different. 2-hour, 30-minute flight, almost 800 miles, almost 5,850 kilograms, and we know the numbers. Not bad. Let's see what they score us at. Look at that. Call it 3 feet off the center line, 1,600 feet down. That's a good landing in my books. 4.8 on the nose-up pitch. Slight working of the ailerons, but overall, a great flight. Like I said, I know there's been, I have talk out there of a second flight. I'm going to go ahead and not fly that today. Only because, one, I'm a little tired still from that long drive Saturday. Two, with our granddaughter here, I would be wrong in taking time away from her. So we are going to terminate here. If time permits later, we shall return to the skies and fly it out. But for now, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Monday after Thanksgiving here in the U.S. Everywhere else, I know, it's just a normal Monday. Monday. And we'll see you again, maybe tomorrow night, depends how I feel after work, but we've got a short flight lined up maybe. But our next big flight Friday, Bangkok, back to Taipei in the 747-200. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your night, rest of your day. We'll see you then. God bless.